Actress Scarlett Johansson is getting a lot of flack because of a product that she's endorsing. Now, you've seen the Sodastream soda maker. It makes different flavored sodas without clogging up the environment with cans and bottles. Well, ScarJo, the spokesman for Sodastream, and her ad are going to appear during the Super Bowl. Here's a little behind-the-scenes clip.
My favorite thing about Sodastream is that I don't feel guilty when I enjoy beverages at home. I don't feel like I'm being wasteful.
You might be thinking, what could be controversial about Sodastream? Well, Sodastream is an Israeli company, and critics don't like the fact that it operates in an Israeli neighborhood in Judea, where some people wish that Israelis wouldn't live. And some groups really wish Scarlett wouldn't endorse Sodastream. One such group is the international charity Oxfam, for which Scarlett is also a global ambassador. Now, it issued this statement, and I quote, "Oxfam respects the independence of our ambassadors. However, Oxfam believes that businesses that operate in settlements further the ongoing poverty and denial of rights of the Palestinian communities that we work to support. Oxfam is opposed to all trade from Israeli settlements which are illegal under international law. We've made our concerns known to Ms. Johansson, and we're now engaged in a dialogue on these important issues." Well, I'm glad you are. And while you're dialoguing, Oxfam, I hope you will go and learn a little about what Sodastream is doing in those neighborhoods. Are you aware that they're hiring Palestinians at wages that they've never, ever in their lives earned before? Wages, by the way, which are exactly equal to what any Israeli is getting at the factory. This is an example of what ought to be happening in the Middle East. Palestinians and Jewish Israelis working side by side in a company without their political differences getting in the way of both of them taking a good paycheck home to their families. What's wrong with that? I would suggest that Sodastream, in creating good jobs and giving equal pay and benefits, is doing a whole lot more to improve peace in the Middle East than your organization ever has or will. Well, President Obama gave an interview to the New Yorker magazine. Now, the part that got the most coverage is that he didn't think marijuana was as dangerous as alcohol. What didn't get a lot of coverage is how President Obama characterized al-Qaeda. Here's the quote. He said, "The analogy we use around here sometimes, and I think is accurate, is if a JV team puts on a Lakers uniform, that doesn't make them Kobe Bryant. I think there's a distinction between the capacity and reach of a bin Laden and a network that is actively planning major terrorist plots against the homeland versus jihadists who are engaged in various local power struggles and disputes, often sectarian." Now, for somebody who has been in the middle of controversy over something I said, I'm surprised that the president hasn't been in a little controversy over suggesting that somehow the al-Qaeda operatives who continue to blow up American citizens and wreak havoc and even threaten the Olympic Games are somehow nothing but JV players, junior varsity. I think that the families of those who are threatened, and by the fact that the very peace of the Olympics is at risk, tells us that it's a little more than amateurish. James O'Keefe and his group, Project Veritas, they're known for exposing corruption with undercover videos. Remember his expose on the community organizing group Acorn? Well, his latest undercover mission shows supporters of Texas State Senator Wendy Davis mocking Davis's likely Republican opponent for Texas Governor, Greg Abbott. Abbott is in a wheelchair.
I'm really wondering how this is going to work out since he's in a wheelchair and most of the slogans are "Stand with Wendy." Yeah. That's in our subconscious now, so it's interesting to me from a psychological point of view how it's going to play out.
What I think is amazing is he's in a wheelchair, but he has no sympathy for anyone or anyone.
He may have a personality disorder.
First of all, not good looking. He doesn't speak very well. He doesn't have a good personality, and he's in a wheelchair.
You know, I know Greg Abbott. He's a wonderful person. He's overcome a great deal of adversity since he was left paraplegic in an accident when he was out on a jog at the age of 26. He's an outstanding public servant, and he deserves better than the kind of ridicule that he received from people who claim to be political operatives. If that's the brand of politics that we're going to have to tolerate and put up with in America, then we all need to get out and vote and make sure people like that don't get elected to anything. Well, during the original Olympics in ancient Greece, wars were suspended and a truce was established to allow athletes and spectators to travel safely to the Games. The concept has been revived in modern times, but the threat of violence at the Winter Games in Sochi is very real. So will Americans be safe if they go to Russia? Actor and activist Steven Seagal has close ties to Russia. He'll join me next to talk about what's coming up in the Olympics.
When I'm training, I always listen to music. For the gym, it's hip-hop. For cross-country, classical. And for jumps, I need something special. So I use my Citi Thank You Visa card for music downloads and earn 2 times the points, plus a little extra inspiration.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
The Citi Thank You Preferred Visa card. Earn 2 times the points on entertainment and dining out with no annual fee. Citi.